There's a difference between wanting something and learning when to grow up. Good afternoon. This is Dominique coming at you live. Thank you for joining me today. And I just wanted to share something with you guys about ask yourselves how many of you believe that this year is your year? And what I want you to think about is that think on, to be clear about what you want this year. If you want a brand new car, if you want to be a better person, if you want, a better relationship with your friends and family, if you want a better relationship in your, your girlfriends, boyfriends, wife, husband, it doesn't matter. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this is because I got a new client that wanted to take on with my services yesterday, and I asked him, the 10 questions about what he truly wants, and he basically, he couldn't tell me right away from his storyline, from front to back, of what he truly wanted. And you see, I just wanted to pinpoint this out is because 98% of us don't really truly know what we want. And that's just the way it goes, I want to say that the reason for that is because we are surrounded by and cluttered by all our environments, our friends, our family. We were brought up in this world, thinking that, hey, you're supposed to, go to school for 12 years or so, graduate, and then go off to college, do the whole college thing, and then after you go to college, you get a job and then work until, you're like 50 or 60 years old, and then you're able to retire. But you know what that is, though? I bet you anything that is the biggest scam that you ever gotten. And people always tell me, well, Dominic, is it good to, it's good to, get a job and then go to college and stuff like that. You should go to college and do things. And I tell them that, no, it's good to be happy and good to do things that you want to do. Excuse me if I switch my phone here. So, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is, ask yourselves clearly and truly, what exactly do you truly want in life? And it could be anything. So, I'm gonna go onto my computer and I'm gonna face it forward and put my phone down. 1 second. So sorry. This is unprofessional. But anyway. So define gravity. Gravity is basically... let me go back to my notes here because I actually truly forgot the definition already. This is what happens when you have liver failure. You forget things. Alright, the force that attracts the body towards the center of the earth and towards another or any other physical body in having mass. Alright, so do you guys often believe that what goes around comes around, or do you believe that gravity can be controlled by the mind? And if so, if it's yes, then success should be easily attracted. If that makes any sense to you guys. So, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask. I'm getting better at this. So, I just started a YouTube, and I got about, a few videos on there, and this type of, speaking in front of the camera and, being live and stuff like that, it's like kind of like muscle memory. I have to work out the muscle, and I know that I just got out of the hospital not too long ago, so speaking is something that I am, have to relearn and, get in front of people and to speak again. So I'm doing this. So if I sound a little slow, sorry. I'll take on the judgment. I don't mind. I wanted to show you guys this, so. Raise your hands if you guys have a vision board. I put a little virtual vision board because I really don't want a whole bunch of pictures all over my wall. Alright. So, I basically put out, the cars that I want, obviously. And then what type of lifestyle or houses that I will be living in. And I listen to this music, and I do this about 10 minutes. Oh, and look, YouTube, 3 subs, 3 million subs, and IG, 1.5 mil, Facebook, 1 million. And I just kind of, I want to meditate on this, and I'm going to ask you guys, how many guys here meditate? You meditate once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, or whenever you can. Sometimes I think that whenever we can is more really like, I've been working so much and I'm kind of slacking. There's a lot of projects that I want to do, so I'm basically trying to hire as many people on my team as possible. So I want you guys to understand, when it comes to having your own business, yes, you can work your business all by yourself, but it takes a team to make a whole bunch of money. So, my client yesterday was telling me, I want to make $10K a month. I want to do that right now, as of right now. And I told him that, okay, and how would you want to go by doing that? Like, what is your plan? And when I asked him, of course he gives me, I don't know. And of course you're going to get that in clients. Yes, within my true self, I'd rather work with people who are well established, but can't always get what I want. People do, digital marketing, social media marketing, and they start freshly brand new, and that is totally okay. When I first started my first business in social media marketing, it was 7 years ago. I had one client, and that client never paid me, by the way. So that was a failed attempt back then, and it was just like so much. Like I learned so much. I went to doing a whole bunch of things. I wrote blogs, I did WordPress, I did SEO, I did keyword research, I did probably every single thing that you can think of that had something to do with social media marketing or digital marketing. So that was back in my early internet marketing days. Oh man, I was such a newbie. I did not know what I was doing, and I had to really face the music, this year. And like this year, I did have my first breakthrough. So I'm finally, understanding the way the internet works and how the way to work online without having to stress or struggle with it. and I'm able to be grateful for the little successes that I make. I would get happy over doing 1 to 2 posts a day. I get happy about doing this live stream. I would get happy and grateful by doing a new YouTube video or creating a lot of content, and that's what I wanted to explain. That celebrate the small successes, because if you don't, you will fall into this trap of doubting yourself, and that's the mindset that I have to, mentally prepare all my clients that it's not going to happen overnight, but celebrate the small successes, and then, from that point on, we can work on how the way you feel about it. If you feel uneasy, if it's too overwhelming, we can work on those little things and figure out what type of approach that we can make ourselves feel good. What type of workout that we can do to exercise that, to not really take our mind off of it, but to help us, learn and be better. Maybe it might be a new skill that we want to learn. It could be, doing a little bit of exercise practices or something like that, or learning how to do a live Zoom call, for planning for a webinar or something like that, to teach other people on how the way the internet works, or how to make money online. It doesn't matter. So how many of you feel that this pandemic, this lockdown has got you so bound up that you're bored inside your homes, you can't do anything, you're so sick and tired, you want everything to go on to the next step. It's just like you feel like nothing that you're doing is good enough. I want to say that it's the summer. I think we all feel this way, especially when it comes to the summer, that there's really nothing going. Unless if you have a job or 2 jobs or something like that, and you feel like you're just working, and then like everybody else is having fun. But it's more like this. How many of you chose not to hang out this weekend and chose to do something, to better yourself? Maybe could be getting some extra rest from working. It could be, winding down and watching, watching a webinar, or it could be, listening to an audiobook or reading a book, or something that's positive that will help you, move on to the next day, or get your mind off of the negative things, to really unclutter your mind from, your environment. If you have, hey, kudos to you. That means that you are doing what most average people don't do, and you're doing great. So my clients, they come to me. I get a lot of people that love to complain about what they're not doing, and I have to put it out there because I'm very blunt and transparent. I have to let it be known and be brutally honest with people, because sometimes people are not honest with themselves, and they just want to they don't want to take the blame of what they're not doing. So they want to blame life, friends, family, their environment on why they're not pushing and why they're not successful today. That is like, I want to say 70% of us that act that way. At least the 30% is excuse me, the 30% is out there, knowing that they made mistakes, knowing that they can do better, knowing that they can figure out and strategize different ways to become better. It could be something that it's mostly like getting out of their own head to motivate themselves to do other things, so that they are like, okay, I don't have an excuse this time to say that I didn't make it this year. I didn't make it to the next step this next day. I didn't make it to, next week. Those type of things. I had a friend of mine about a week or 2 ago. He gave up on his photography, and I said, "What? Okay, what? So what made you quit photography, or what is making you quit on how to do certain things, on trying to make money off of your photos?" And he was just, complain and complain and complain. I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried this, I'm trying, and they just won't do it. And really, to be honest with you, I took a great look at what he was saying, and I know for a fact that he wasn't doing anything. And most times when we complain about that, when it comes to social media marketing, internet marketing, we complain about the work that we're not doing. Anything that a millionaire or a YouTuber or a blogger, what they're doing, is most likely something that we're not doing, that we don't feel like doing. And so that's when we get kind of caught up in ourselves, and we are like, oh man, why is this not working? Oh, this is just a scam. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have listened into this. They blame time for them not making up for the time by doing petty work or no work at all. And being successful and being an entrepreneur, there is no such thing as no to little effort. No, there's not. I don't care who you are. But there is such thing as work smarter and not harder. And when people ask me, well, how do I do this? It's strategy. Get some help. Work as a team. Find people in different areas where you need help in. And if you don't know anything, hire people to do those things for you so that your business can grow and that you'll have a full running business. I don't have the money to do that. Okay, well, something has got to give. If you don't have the money to do so, find time to do what you are supposed to do. If anybody's getting any value, hit the like button or comment below. Say, Dominic, yes, I'm getting value out of this video. Thank you so much. I know I don't have very many followers on my Instagram, but that's okay. We're gonna get there. Gonna keep pushing and keep striving to make these live videos. I have been away for a while and being sick and fatigued most days. It's not always fun, but I'm not making an excuse for it. It's just that I have to find time and move around certain things to get me to the next point. Yeah, any questions? Yeah, if you got any value out of this video, thank you. Press the like, share it. Alright, toodles, take care.